Many hospital administrators are pushing back on the idea to lower the nurse-to-patient ratio, claiming cost considerations. What would it mean to vote yes on Prop 1? First, these mandates might cause patients to wait longer for treatment. For example, if a patient is waiting for admission to be seen in the ED, even if beds were available, nurses wouldn't be able to admit these patients. As the proposition is currently written, it would require patient limits to be met without reducing staff levels such as service staff, maintenance staff, or clerical staff. As a reasonable question, if Prop 1 hypothetically passes, how can a hospital with a fixed budget hire more nurses while keeping every other position in service the same? Where would the money come from? Many say that government subsidies would be created to deal with the shortfall. More government subsidies would translate into higher taxes. As an example, Amanda Oberles, CEO of the Organization of Nurse Leaders, stated, "Make no mistake, this proposal threatens the high quality of care we provide patients. It will force many hospitals to reduce critical services and will dramatically increase emergency room wait times." To echo her sentiment, Conyer Yuntis, a spokesman for the Coalition to Protect Patient Safety, said community hospitals would have to cut back on services they offer to comply with this mandate. Ultimately, this will put patients' health and safety at risk. What about the cost? How much could this cost our most generous and liberal state? Well, to be fair, many hospitals already staff nurses at or about the levels detailed in the ballot question, but they add or reduce nurses depending on the needs. Hospitals tend to staff fewer workers at night when more patients are sleeping, something that makes a lot of sense. Steve Walsh, the president of the Massachusetts Health and Hospital Association, an industry group, said hospitals collectively would have to hire at least 4,500 new nurses to comply with the ballot measure, at a cost of $880 million per year that would ultimately be shared by consumers. Dr. Bruce Albach, president of Sturdy Memorial Hospital in Attleboro, said that his community hospital would have to increase its nursing staff by 25%, about 63 full-time nurse positions, at an annual cost of more than $5 million to comply with the proposed rules. The idea of training LVNs and PCTs with more responsibility could relieve some pressures that registered nurses feel when they're saddled with more patients than they're comfortable with. Personally, as a student nurse, I have seen firsthand the attempts of a hospital to consolidate roles. At Brigham and Women, they've recently reduced some of their phlebotomists and cross-trained their PCTs to do blood draws and work in tandem with registered nurses to achieve more efficiency. To vote no on Prop 1 would allow the issue to be debated and settled between hospital administrators and nurses' unions. As a voter or a patient, one may not be fully aware of the complexities and nuances that go on behind the scenes in running a hospital or serving the interests of a group of nurses made up of approximately 23,000. Thus, it seems unfair to run ads that play on people's emotions to decide objective protocols that are specific to an industry. Letting the folks who are best informed collaborate on this proposition seems like the most reasonable alternative. Let's vote no.